This is Marcel Moyse, Memorize Melody number 5. We're going to practice this one without the tongue, actually, to improve the articulation. This might sound a little counterintuitive, but if you remove the tongue from the equation and you just practice the air, then you're really gaining control over what you need to do with the sound. If you can practice the air separately, it won't sound as clean, but we're trying to go for as sudden or as clean of an attack as we can make while just pushing air with no tongue involved, and then also stopping the air so that there's a clean stop so that we get this real separation between each of the notes that are tongued in a row. So I'm not using my tongue one bit, I'm just it's a little bit like panting. You feel like you're going to hyperventilate a little bit. So it's not the most comfortable feeling, but you will start to kind of feel it in your abdominal muscles a little bit, and you'll feel a little out of breath. We're not used to playing this way, but practicing this way can really help. And then when we add the tongue, it will definitely be cleaner. We're looking to then shape the line of the contour. We want to bring out all the aspects of the contour of any melody. And this one is kind of bouncy and light. And, you know, it kind of goes up and down, and then it'll skip up and come down. Bum, ba 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 bum. That's what we want to kind of emphasize, at least I do. You know, you want to bring out the differences in music. It's not just the louds and the softs. But anytime there's a change in music, I think it's worth kind of pointing the listener's attention to that change. So we point the listener's attention with emphasis, usually. So think about how you want to do that in any of your music. And in this one, of course, the articulation is a big part of it while we are making all of these shading and shapings throughout the melody. And I always like to practice. I tell people, you know, practice, if you can practice in an unflattering acoustic, like here in my office, it's really dry and I can just hear any little thing that I don't maybe like or that doesn't go well, which is really helpful. And so you'll probably hear some of that on this video too, but it's helpful for anybody to practice in the most unflattering acoustics that you can find. So that then when you get in more flattering acoustics, you know, everything's even better. So this is Memorize Melody number 5. And one last thing about this melody, where it rises and falls up to ba bum ba bum to the F. F, E, F sharp, G, right in that area of the flute is what I refer to as the prime crack zone. It's really easy to crack these notes. So if you find yourself that happening, you're probably a little too close to the lip plate with your top lip. It might be that your head is down. If you play with a posture kind of like that, it's going to happen a lot. But also if you're just rolled in too far, it will happen. I find that right in that zone, I tend to have to kind of be mindful and lift up ever so slightly, especially when slurring into that area too. Sometimes it's even worse when you have to slur into that prime crack zone, like I say, from E up to around B on the flute, middle E to middle B. So good luck with Memorize Melody number 5. All of these Moyse melodies are such great melodies to work on expression and all of the little nitty-gritty technical aspects of flute playing.